Alright, strap in y'all, I grinded gold camo on the new E-Tool melee weapon that debuted a quarter way through Season 2 of Black Ops Cold War. I got its stats to share with you, we're going to see how it stacks up against some of the other melee weapons, and then we're going to compare it to some grip attachments in this game. Yes, you heard that right, if that foreshadows anything. If you haven't picked up by now, the E-Tool is a complete joke. They should have released this thing on April Fool's Day. In fact, take a look at this clip and then we'll dive into the E-Tool stats and all that.
Oh, Mom, can we get the Cali sticks? No, we have the Cali sticks at home.
Yo, what's going on everyone? My name's Sinister Skater. Welcome to the channel. Yes, that's right. The E-Tool is a two-hit kill melee weapon. And when I first heard about that, I actually got excited because it sounded like it'd be something like the Cali sticks from Modern Warfare and Warzone, which was a fast two-hit kill melee weapon that was actually really good. But nope. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing. Take a look at the graph on the screen right now. I'm making a big push to try to change those subscriber analytics on this channel because they're kind of embarrassing. But if for some reason you want to unlock the E-Tool, you can do this for free by killing 3 enemies without dying in 15 different matches. Or you could buy the Tool of War bundle in the store for 1,400 Call of Duty points. If you've seen either of my previous melee weapon videos, you'd know that all melee weapons share the same movement and sprint speeds, but that is not the case for the E-Tool. If you didn't know, existing melee weapons ran at the same speed as the SMGs and the shotguns, which is about 100% sprint speed. You couldn't get faster than that unless you had attachments. This was somewhat of a bummer because in previous Call of Duty games, melee weapons were always a strategic way to run faster than everything else in the game. Now, I guess the one good news in this video is that the E-Tool brings that tradition back. The E-Tool actually runs faster than the other 4 melee weapons in this game. It calculates out to about 5% faster. As for melee speed, the E-Tool has the fastest melee speed in the game for a melee weapon. You can get 88 melees per minute with the E-Tool, and for reference, the Wakizashi swings at 82 swings per minute, which was previously the fastest swinging melee weapon in the game. However, the E-Tool is a two-hit melee kill, and when you factor that in, 88 melees per minute is not that impressive. Previously, the worst melee weapon was the sledgehammer that could kill in 420 milliseconds. The Wakizashi was best at 250 milliseconds. The E-Tool's at 800 milliseconds. Now, those other melee weapons can kill in one hit, so the time to kill is as long as it takes for you to click the button and to impale your enemy, which I've been referring to as a click to kill time. That's not the best term for the E-Tool, but I'm still going to refer to it as click to kill in the graphics. I'll call it click to impale for the actual audio here, but the E-Tool has the fastest click to impale time. You can get it as fast as 100 milliseconds. Sometimes it takes more. The highest I recorded is 183 milliseconds, but regardless, this means that the E-Tool will always out melee other melee weapons in a 1v1 simul melee battle. It wins that battle though, not the war, because it takes 2 hits to kill. If you need to see it visually, you can see on the screen, the E-Tool will always connect first. As for range and lunge, the E-Tool actually has no lunge. I've never been able to get it to proc, which means the enemy will have a chance to dodge your melees. If you melee with a combat knife, you'll connect with the enemy eventually, but if you start a melee with the E-Tool and they back up, it will completely miss them, which is kind of wonky if you ask me. The E-Tool does have extended reach though. If you melee anywhere within the range you're seeing on the screen, it will register as a hit. This is actually the same exact extended reach range as the Wakizashi. But don't be fooled, the Wakizashi has extended reach and lunge, which makes it easy to use. The lack of lunge on the E-Tool makes it so hard to use. It's actually a perfect time to transition into the Bruiser Grip versus the E-Tool, because even normal melees with the grip attachments have a lunge to them. You're seeing it on the screen right now. It's actually the same exact lunge range as the combat knife. On top of that, the Bruiser Grip increases your melee speed by 40%, while also increasing your movement speed, sprinting move speed, shooting move speed, and aim walking move speed by 3%. That means you're getting 98 melees per minute with the Bruiser Grip compared to the E-Tool's 88 melees per minute. So throw the Bruiser Grip on, an SMG, and you have a better lunge and melee range, and you also will kill in 2 hits faster than the E-Tool. And the Bruiser Grip has a faster click to kill. I've got it as little as 67 milliseconds, which is extremely fast. I've had one come out at like 100 milliseconds, which is about the same as the E-Tool. But when you factor in the swing speed, the Bruiser Grip is always going to beat out the E-Tool because it will be killing in 700 milliseconds. That's right, the Bruiser 4 grip that you can attach on 90% of weapons in this game outclasses the E-Tool melee weapon, a melee weapon, a weapon that's supposed to specialize in melee. The only benefit the E-Tool has is that it has faster movement compared to the Bruiser 4 grip. The Bruiser moves at 103%, the E-Tool moves at 105%. But keep in mind, there are other grip attachments available. The Red Cell grip matches the E-Tool's 105% sprint speed, although its melee is only at a rate of 84 melees per minute. But that's close enough to beat the E-Tool when you factor in server connection speed and its faster click-to-kill speed and all that. The Bruiser and the Red Cell are the only two grips that increase melee speed, but there also are others that increase sprint speed even more so if you care about sprint speed. I think that they completely botched the E-Tool. More so than the Sledgehammer. I thought the Sledgehammer was bad at launch. The E-Tool is so much worse, which is it's so hard to believe. It's just not a good melee weapon. It's beat up by grip attachments for crying out loud. It's one attachment, faster movement speed, is nearly matched by the same grip attachments, and again, beat out by others. There's just no reason to use the E-Tool unless you want to give like meleeing and hardcore a try, because it will be a one-hit kill there and has a faster melee speed than the other melee weapons, which is actually a pro tip for you here. If you're crazy enough to go for camo challenges on the E-Tool, I highly recommend you play hardcore and play hardcore face-off. Hardcore Nuketown and like other hardcore modes are just too chaotic and it didn't really help me get that many more kills than regular core multiplayer, but the 3v3 hardcore face-off is much less chaotic, and when I played that, it felt like I was progressing through camo challenges at the same rate as previous melee weapons, which is a godsend when you get your hands on the E-Tool and actually see how bad it is. If for some reason you don't believe me. But other than that, there's really no reason to use the E-Tool. You want the sprint speed bonus, use some of the grip attachments on an SMG. That'll help you sprint faster than the E-Tool offers. The only thing the E-Tool has changed in the, I don't even want to call it the meta, has changed in Black Ops Cold War is that it gives reason to use the Sledgehammer and Combat Knife. Because with the addition of the Wakizashi and the Machete, those two weapons became irrelevant and they're still bad. But since the E-Tool is so bad, it actually gives the Sledgehammer and the Combat Knife some appeal to use. I can't believe I just said that. That's how bad the E-Tool is, guys. It's horrible. If you're wondering how other melee weapons stack up against each other, I've done a few videos prior to this that you can check out. I have those linked on the screen for you right now. If you enjoyed this video, again, make sure you hit that like button, consider subscribing. If you'd like to help support the channel directly, there are some links down below in the description that you can check out. I just finished editing this video and realized we're about 10 seconds off from that magical 8-minute mark, so I'm just gonna say again, click one of those videos on the screen, like the video, subscribe, and check those links down below in the description. Peace.